So I found an app that is going to help you build your emails 95% faster. It's called Ripple, and basically it utilizes AI to help you formulate and build your templates and get you as close as possible to a finished design in seconds. Ripple is basically powered by AI and helps you make marketing emails in minutes. So if you're a small brand, a small team, and building emails takes up so much time in your day, this tool is going to be a lifesaver. So let's go ahead and dive in the tool and show you exactly how it works. So I'm here in Ripple. So I am in a test demo account here, and you can see we have a couple of little examples that were in the works. But when you get into Ripple, you can go ahead and start uploading in some of your content, logo, product images to help starting getting things in motion, having your assets to work with. And what's great about this is that Ripple actually has a whole bunch of top brands templates that you can kind of take and adapt into your brand. So if you really like the look of Athletic Greens, they have a couple templates for that. So let's go ahead and dive into that actually. Let's just say, hey, we need to get an email out this week announcing, a new product launch, something like that, right? So you can go into create email. In here, you're going to have a whole bunch of different use cases. So this is really cool if seriously you need to build your entire email ecosystem and you really need it to be your welcome email, post purchase. You can see that there's tons of references in here that you can kind of use to kind of pull your branding into and use as some inspo. So if you really like the look of something, you can get that applied into your particular use case. So let's say with our skincare brand, we really like the look, of Crown Affair or maybe Burrow. I think with, let's go into, I know I was looking at welcome emails here. So let me kind of open it up all the way. Yeah, let's say in particular, we like the really clean editorial look of Crown Affair here. Let's go ahead and pull in for our product launch. And maybe in particular, we really like, this one's technically a win back, but I really like the template style. So maybe we'll customize it. So let's go ahead and pop this one in. So once you're in here, you can choose whether or not to just kind of customize it manually. In this particular case, we want to utilize the AI, make it as simple as possible. So we're just going to change this up just a tad. There's actually some prompts here that we could use. So if there's something we see this and we're like, okay, yeah, this is actually a great email idea. Let's go ahead and do this. We could. But I'm going to say, let's announce a new product bundle. Maybe kind of VIP access is mentioned in it with a 10% off coupon code for VIPs. Let's say the code is VIP10. With our settings here, we can choose whether or not we want to keep the colors, text. I don't think we need to do any of that. We want the AI to kind of handle everything. So even though we like the structure, let's match it to our particular skincare brand aesthetics. Let's go ahead and generate. All right, we're on the last step here. This took less than a minute. So really not eating up much time at all. So we're on this last step here, generating our email. And let's scroll up and take a look. Okay. So we have a couple of, in particular with this one, there's a couple of brand asset pieces that are kind of coming in here, but I might make a few little, adjustments here, but I'm liking so far the kind of structure of it carried over, especially this review block down here, which is awesome. It's even pulled in glowing reviews here. Okay. Awesome. So now that you're in here and you want to kind of tweak some of the kind of final elements of this, you can come in. Let's say in particular, we want to change this so that it is kind of a seamless gray here that kind of goes in. Maybe we want to adjust that so we don't have a hard break right away. And we can kind of tweak the copy here too. So adding in kind of your own elements, and you can add more to this template too. So you can click in here, add a block, another text, button, a GIF. You can come in and really kind of add more to this as your true template builder, but you're 95% of the way there. Most of the email is built, it's outlined. Again, if you're a small team, small brand, and you just don't have the actual bandwidth to build and design emails, this is a great way to kind of get you there. And again, with customization here, I'm just going to kind of come in, maybe adjust this border color to be more kind of seamless with the brand. We talked about our bundle, hydration, useful radiance, as VIP enjoy 10% off. So it really did pull in our initial prompt here, VIP skincare bliss. So yeah, I mean, we're literally, like I said, like 95% of the way there. We can make some adjustments, some changes. But this is pretty sick. Now, the kind of really cool piece about this is let's get it over into our ESP. So if you want to come over into export, you can choose to pull out the full HTML. You can choose to export it into Klaviyo. In this particular test instance, we're integrated with Klaviyo and with a Shopify account. So you can send this right into Shopify email. If you don't even have an ESP, you only have your Shopify and you're sending emails one-off through there, like that is how beginner stage you are with your email marketing. You're just kind of getting started. This is fabulous for that, especially since in Shopify email, it's so limited on what you can build. So building it in here is like, love it. And then of course, over into our Klaviyo. Also, they do other ESPs too. So you're not just limited to kind of the big dogs. They have other ones that they integrate into as well. You can even send a test email to yourself from here. So if you just want to see how it looks, are all your links working the way you want it to, you can send yourself a test email as well. Another cool feature that they have is this calendar feature here. So if you want to kind of peek in, be able to see how your emails were sent over in Klaviyo, you're able to actually track that pretty easily too. So this will kind of showcase some of the created ones that were already done here in their test demo. It was sent to Klaviyo. If you want to view it in Klaviyo, you can link right over to it, but it showcases kind of the audience details and pieces that you sent it out with, which is pretty cool. So even though you're kind of using an app to build and an app to send, the two are very kind of synchronized, which I really like. And then we have some scheduled ones over here. This is more of a kind of like test demo, but still you'll be able to kind of see those pieces here outlined in your calendar, which is pretty cool. Another really cool piece is some of the actual product AI creation. So if you're looking to really kind of like elevate, you have really simple product images, like you don't really have a ton to work with and you really need help with that piece, you can pull that in here. So kind of just a showcase, I was kind of being nosy and kind of looking through some past things. You can see here that they were kind of playing with some more kind of imagery of like, here's this product and here's what it can do. So we can really kind of create some, hero elements for your emails, which is pretty sick. Product swapped, kind of creating this whole kind of like products on a shelf vibe. And let's see, I was so nosy. I was just going through and seeing what the Ripple team was kind of doing in here, which is really fun. So this is really cool, kind of creating this product stacking piece. I mean, there's so much in here. Some of them, it's AI. It's not always 100%. Sometimes you got to train it. So this one kind of went some back and forth on some elevating with some brand color swaps, making sure it matches their branding. But that's just really sick. If you are super strapped on resources, you're not a designer, you're not, someone who is able to kind of Photoshop, bring these pieces to life, and you need help with it, this is pretty frippin' cool. I mean, look at this one. Cleaner skincare, 1 to 10% vegan. So with this one, it was doing more like a 1, 2, 3 step. So I think that's where that one's kind of a little bit different. So you could come in here and kind of refine this. So say, okay, in the 2 spot where we have 2, instead do a icon for cruelty free. And you can see how that could swap out in here. So, I mean, some pretty cool stuff that you can work with. Holiday pieces, actually, this is like really cool that you can edit here. So super awesome if you're, again, super strapped on resources and you're needing help actually pulling pieces together. This gets you so close. Like literally like 99% of the way there. So as a designer, I'm also someone who's like, okay, how can AI help, some of those brands out there that would love to hire something like my agency, but just do not have the resources for it? I think this is a fabulous app for that. I'm one who is like on the like slow to be happy about AI, but we're getting more and more into it. And honestly, something like this, I can get on board with. So if you guys want to give Ripple a try, I have my link down below. It is letting them know that I'm sending you over, but give it a try, experiment with it. See if it's kind of juices worth the squeeze on signing up with them, and just experiment. See how it can adapt and use your brand's assets to build some really cool email templates. And if you do try it, comment below. I want to know how you like it. Maybe you could see that there's some improvements they can make. They've been releasing a lot of updates growth too. So I'm excited to see the future of Ripple and where it goes next. On a last note, make sure to like and subscribe for future email marketing videos, and I will see you guys in the inbox. Bye.